Hey, what's up, Cowboy Nation? This your boy Heavy Chevy back with another quick video of Cowboy Politics. Now, I just want to talk about this draft situation. A lot of people got their comments, their opinions about the draft, whether we should move up, move down. Me personally, if I would have to move or trade a pick, I would preferably move down, not up. Why? We already got 2 firsts, got a third, a fourth, 3 fifths, and a seventh. That's what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks. That is 8 picks. Now, that is a lot of picks, granted, in the NFL draft. That is a lot of picks. But if I want more people, if I have to do anything, if I wanted to move, trade a pick, I will preferably trade down. That's another 2 or 3 extra picks. Why would I want to trade up to give up assets in this draft? Now, it's showing that hey, our top five needs is edge, defensive line, cornerback, linebacker, O-line. Now, as far as defensive line goes, I mean, we got Quentin Williams, we got Kenny Clark, in which he's still on a 1-year deal. I think they need to extend him to help with this defense for the next 2 years. I'll get it done. Corner. You still have 2 young corners in Siobhan Revel and Kalen Carson. Now, did they give up on Kalen Carson already? This is just his 3rd year. Do he have any sponsors in the building? More than likely not. Did they already give up on him? First year he was hurt under Zim. Second year, under the new regime, they basically didn't play until later in the season? Just like Siobhan Revel? Well, and we know he was hurt. So if you are going to draft a corner, it's probably going to be later rounds. 3rd round maybe, if you don't trade back. But if you do get somebody in the 1st round, a corner, he's not a corner, but he's a slot. He played well in the slot from the safety position, and that's Caleb Downs. I would get Caleb Downs in a heartbeat. Now you have positional flex. A safety, they can play slot. You already got PJ Locke on a 1-year deal. Malik Hooker's on a 1-year deal. So if you do go that route in the 1st round, if Caleb Downs falls to 12, get him. So now you have your safety position solidified at least for the next 2 years because you got Thompson. You got Jalen Thompson on a 2 or 3 year deal. So now you'll have your starters if you go that route. If you don't decide to go that route with Caleb Downs, if he gets taken before 12, then you can trade back. You possibly can get Jacob Rodriguez in the 2nd round if you can get your 2nd round pick. And 9 times out of 10, you will get a 2nd round pick. But if it was me, if I'm the GM, if Caleb Downs falls to 12, I'm picking him at 12. Because to me, secondary is going to be more of a need than D-line. Why? Because look at your D-line. You already solidified basically your edges. You have Rashawn Gary, Sam Williams, Maris Leofau, and Izaraku. Even though they're considered in this scheme outside linebackers, we know those guys are edges. Defensive line, in this scheme, you got your backups in Jatoya, Ogbo, and forgot the other guy's name. Well, you can put Sam Williams there too. You can put him on the edge on the defensive line too. He can play the 4. He can play the 3. You can do that. You can do that. Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark. You can do that. Even, let's say, okay, Dexter Lawrence. He is reportedly wanted out of New York. If that's the case, he got 2 years left on his deal. $18.5 million per. He's looking for a new deal, but $18.5 million per. If you somehow can convince them, if that's a trade, bro, do that. Do that. Now your front is most definitely formidable in the run game. Now, didn't he have some issues last year? Yes, he did. But he's all pro. Now, I know the NFL is stand for not for long. What have you done for me lately? And last season, during the run game, as I watched some of it, he did not play well, especially taking on double teams. Especially when he was at 3-tech. When they did put him at 3-tech. But don't get it twisted. If you have to go one-on-one or even holding up double teams, sometimes a fresh start can be good for a player. Maybe he needs a fresh start. But if anything, I'm going corner first, well, DB first, if I have to do anything. Linebacker, if Sonny Styles falls. Because Sonny Styles is he's the best athlete out the linebacker group. He's the best athlete. But to me, the best player as far as linebacker is Jacob Rodriguez. I believe you can get Jacob Rodriguez in the second, but if you have to get him in the first at 20, I would love Jacob Rodriguez here. Why? Because his production speaks volumes. He got the highest of the awards at linebacker. Is he the biggest? No. Is he the fastest? No. But one thing about Jacob Rodriguez, he's instinctual. He knows where the ball is at all times. He can process because why? He used to be a quarterback. Not to say other guys can't do that in the position, but it helps that he was a quarterback and he can help read defenses just as fast. He can help read these formations just as fast. So getting a guy like Jacob Rodriguez in a scheme like this, to where he pretty much can roam free because you got 3 guys that are going to handle 5, 4 at the most, because they're going to be commanding double teams. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even though I felt like we already had that on the team, but, hey, to each his own, we only going to go by what the team is saying. But edge, probably be the last thing on my list. O-line. You probably will have to draft a tackle. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at a tackle in a high round. I wouldn't be mad. If you trade down, if you trade back from even 12 and get extra picks, or you swapping picks and get later picks, and possibly get a second, I wouldn't be mad if they got a tackle in the second round. Now, have I looked at tackles? No. But I wouldn't be mad because why? Terrence Steele probably, this is last year. If Nathan Thomas can come in and do service, if they switch, what's his name? Tyler Guyton from the left to the right, who knows? But Tyler Guyton has picked up his game. He did. He was a little bit better last year. Just injuries. Got to stay available. That's the name of the game these days, being available. But, man, as far as edge goes, defensive line, I mean, you addressed a lot of holes. The only hole you really didn't address in free agency was inside linebacker. Inside linebacker. We have the outside. But inside, we haven't addressed it. Now, if you do want to get an edge, if edge really is just as important that you want in this scheme, then I wouldn't trade up like I have been seeing to get a what's his name from Texas Tech, The uh, forgot the young man name, but uh, Bailey. That's his name, Bailey. I wouldn't trade up for him. I wouldn't. I would not trade up for him. No, because you have too many good edges in this draft. Still got Bain. You got Howell. You got the kid from Auburn. I forgot his name. But you have a lot of edges that are going to fall. That is pretty good. That you can take at 12. You can take at 20. So that's my reason of why do you need to trade up. There's no reason to trade up because you have a plethora of good edges. Now, could you get a Ruben Bain? Hell yes. I would take him too. For sure. Those arms don't matter. The boy is country strong. He has power, tenacity, aggressiveness. That's what you want at that size in a 3-4 scheme on edge. If you do go that route, I wouldn't be mad. You get him at 12. He might possibly fall to 20 just because of his arms. Just because of his arms. He might fall to you. He just might fall to you at 20. But that's neither here nor there. This your boy Heavy Chevy. Like, comment, share, subscribe this video. And I'll talk to you later.